Friends, we wish we could be here with you. But since we can't be, and this is the best that we can do, we want to show you all the ways to use those great packets we got from our school. Hopefully yours already came in the mail. So go to it now, look inside, and pull out these things. We're going to go on an adventure today and figure out how to use these materials to support your learning.
Today, we are going to work with these pattern blocks.
Hi friends! I am really excited to make this video today to share with you guys awesome ideas for how to use that really cool kit you guys got from the school. Some of them are hard to know what to do with if you're not a teacher or if you haven't used them before. Now you can use them just for playing too. And a lot of the things I'm going to show you are both playing and learning. But I wanted to give you an idea of ways that we use them in school or ways that you might use them in school so that you can practice those ways at home.
So, go get these pattern blocks and pull them out. You're going to need them for us to play together.
So you have your bag of pattern blocks, and I want to tell you the names for all these shapes, okay? So I'm going to dump them out, and then I'm going to tell you the names for all of them. We have an orange square, and squares have 4 sides. Can you count the sides? 1, 2, 3, 4. And all of the sides are the same length on a square. Can you put all your orange squares together? You also have a green triangle. How many sides does a triangle have? 1, 2, 3. We like to sing, a triangle has 3 sides, a triangle has 3 sides. If it is a triangle, then it has 3 sides. Can you put all of your green triangles in one pile? This red shape is one we're not very familiar with. Let's count the sides on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 4 sides like a square, but they're not the same length. And they're not going in the same directions. This is called a trapezoid. We have 2 trapezoids in our packs. Can you put them together, please? You'll notice that you have one giant beehive-like shape. This one's called a hexagon. A hexagon has 6 sides. Let's count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A thin shape and a wider shape. Thin and wide, thin and wide, thin, 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 wide, wide, wide. Tan color, and this one is called a rhombus. Some people say this is a diamond, but a diamond's not really the name for this shape. The real name for this shape is a rhombus. So let's put all of our tan rhombuses together.
And then you still have your blue rhombus, which is the wider rhombus. So let's put those blue rhombuses together.
Do your shapes look like mine? Do you have them kind of sorted into different piles? One thing we work on in kindergarten is making graphs. So we are going to make a graph on my table, and you can make one on your floor or your table or wherever you are. And we're going to try to figure out which one we have the most of. So I'm going to line all of my shapes up.
Okay, it's your turn. Can you line all of the different shapes up in one line? This is how we start our graph. Get to work.
And now I need to match the rest to them. I try to leave some space between them so they sort of match up. This might take you a while to do, which is okay. I've been practicing a lot of years on making graphs, so it's sort of fast for me. But if this is new for you, it might not be so fast for you, and that's okay. After you've made your graph, I want you to tell me, which shape do you have the most of? That would be the line that goes the tallest. Which shape do you have the least of? If you're really up for a challenge, you could put them in a new line in order of which ones you have the least of to the most of. So I have one hexagon, and I have two trapezoids. I have three wide diamonds. I have 4 orange squares. I have 6 green triangles. And I have a lot of skinny or thin tan rhombuses. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Whew, that's a lot.
These shapes are also really fun just to build with. You can just touch them side to side like this and make all kinds of different designs.
Okay, I can make a rocket ship. See my rocket ship? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! Wait a minute. A flower. What can you make with them? It's sort of like a puzzle that doesn't have a right or wrong answer. You have to go kind of slow, which is great practice for our hands. Can you use all your shapes in one design? When you're done, you just take it apart and start again.
Let's spend a minute just creating. When you're finished, ask someone to take a picture of your favorite creation. Something we talk about in kindergarten is equal shares. And there's a way to do equal shares with these great shapes too. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Equal shares are when you divide something in half, or when you break it in half and you have the same side or the same shape or the same amount on either side. So I can take this hexagon and I can break it into equal shares. Watch what I do.
a half, and a half, make a hole. And now, instead of having one hexagon, I have 2 hexagons.
Take a minute and look closely at these shapes. Do you think there are any other shapes that could make equal parts? Are there any other shapes that look like half of another shape we have here? Think hard. Okay, I'll give you a hint. See if you can find a way to make 2 triangles make equal shares for 1 wide rhombus. Give it a try.
Friends, you've been working so hard and we have so much more to do. But before we do more math, let's stand up and take a little dance break. Pause for a second and dance with me. Okay, now that we've exercised our bodies a little bit, it's time to exercise our minds again. Let's get back to work.
Another thing that's really fun with these shapes is to try to make the shapes using other shapes. So I wish I had 2 hexagons, but I only have 1. I'm looking to see if I can use any of my other shapes to make another hexagon.
I did it. Now I have 2 hexagons.
Okay, you have 2 hexagons. Can you make 3? Look closely at your shapes.
Now I have 3 hexagons.
3 hexagons is great, but if you could make 1 more, you would have 4. Try and see what other shapes combine to make another hexagon.
Now I have 4 hexagons. Can you make 4 hexagons using all the different shapes?
Okay, so now I have some challenges for you. This one says, I can make a triangle. I want to try to use my pieces to make a triangle.
Now that is too easy. I don't want to see that. I want you to use your brain to try to make a bigger triangle. Remember, triangles have 3 sides. Get to work. I did it. Can you do it?
Okay, see if you can combine other shapes to make a triangle. How many different triangles can you make?
This one says, I can make a rectangle. Can you make
a rectangle? I did it. I can make it long, or I can make it shorter. Can you do it? See how many other shapes you can make using your shapes.
So another thing that we do in kindergarten that can be really fun is we try to find the shapes we're learning about all around our world. So when we're learning about circles, which are round and have no sides, make a circle, we might find a clock that's also a circle, or a table that's also a circle. We learn about all the different things that are circles in our environments, in our homes, in our schools, outside. So you're going to take your shapes and you're going to try to find things around your house or outside if it's with your parents that are the same shapes. Now today I have 2 we're going to do. We're going to do the triangle and we're going to do the square. And I have to tell you, both are pretty tricky to find around your house, but I think you can find at least one thing. So first let's start with the square. Squares have how many sides? 4. Squares have 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. And all of the sides are the same length. Because it's really hard to find squares that match this shape, if you find a rectangle, that's okay too. I'm gonna look and you're gonna look. Ready? Let's go.
If you think you're done, you're not. Go find more.
That was exhausting. I looked everywhere around my house to try to find squares, and I only found 4, I think. So I was looking for squares like you were, and I found this book. This looks a little bit more of a rectangle than a square, but it has 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're almost all the same length. A lot of baby books are kind of this way, or what we call board books are made this way. I found this book. I found this Duplo piece, definitely a square. 1, 2, 3, 4, and all the sides the same length. I found this cracker. It has 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, and all the sides are the same length. And I found this plate. We have square plates in my house. Isn't that silly? So my plates have 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. And all 4 sides are the same thing. What did you find? Okay, well now let's focus on our triangle. Triangles have 3 sides. Triangles have 3 sides. If it is a triangle, then it has 3 sides. Go find things with 3 sides. Go! Okay, back. I looked everywhere for triangles. I had a time finding triangles. I did find this silly hat. And this silly hat called, it has 3 points, it has 3 sides, a little bit thin, but it has 1, 2, 3. And it's a hat. And I also found something really tasty. I found a piece of pie.
What triangles did you find? Can you go on a shape hunt and see what other shapes you can find in your house? Can you find one of each of these? Give it a try.